MegaRace is the first CD-ROM only racing game for the PC. Before buying it though, you should know that it's not a simulation like IndyCar or World Circuit, but an arcade combat racer more like Death Track or Battle Cars for the Super Nintendo. It's a fairly simple arcade game jazzed up by hot cutscenes and lots of digitized speech. It's easy to expect too much from MegaRace, but when viewed as what it is, it's a fun little game. The setting is in the future. How far in the future? Who cares? It's only a game. The dreariness of everyday reality has combined with advanced robotic workers and powerful information systems to create a world where those with a decent amount of money no longer need to work. They just sit around and watch TV all day. That's where VWBT comes in. Virtual World Broadcast Television, the interactive giant of the entertainment industry. VWBT has the highest rated TV show in history. MegaRace, a contest where a few select lucky viewers jack into virtual reality to battle futuristic speed gangs in a race to the death. Your host for MegaRace is Lance Boyle, the schmaltziest game show host this side of John Davidson. He's greasy, he's cheesy, he's so sleazy, he's entertaining. He makes David Lee Roth look sedate. Lance is a prominent feature in MegaRace, having over 20 minutes of dialogue. I think he's a blast, but if you have a low cheese threshold, the escape key will shut Lance up in a hurry. The action in MegaRace takes place on 16 different virtual racetracks in 5 different cities. You'll even race through transparent tubes in Atlantis. Even laid-back future types would get a little nervous with a racetrack right outside their door. That's why everything here is virtual reality, because plain reality sucks. Another bonus to virtual tracks is that they don't have to conform to the laws of physics. Impossibly banked turns and corkscrews and other effects will make sure you don't confuse MegaRace with boring terrestrial games. You start out with a choice of 3 cars with varying speed, armor, and weapons. Each time you kill a speed gang's boss and win the race, you're also given his custom car to choose from. While this is a nice feature, it would have been even nicer if the manual told you what all this meant. Although it's easy to figure out the difference between a lightly armored car and a heavily armored car, there's no clue as to how the engine types differ in performance. When I got down to the actual racing, I was disappointed at first. It's pretty basic here, and at first it didn't seem too interesting. As you race, you keep an eye out for symbols on the track to either run over or avoid. Some do things like give you a burst of speed or add power to your weapons, while others slam on your brakes or make you spin out. That's nice, but it doesn't make a great game. Then I played some of the next tracks and began to have a little more respect. In order to catch up to the bad guys and blow them away, you'll have to master the tracks and its symbols. Simple and arcadish, but fun. Although the racing definitely grows on you after a few tracks, the combat still leaves much to be desired. Engaging the speed gangs in combat is basically limited to pulling up behind them and shooting them until they die. If you run out of weapons energy, you have to pull alongside them and ram them into the rails. Unfortunately, they acted much like target drones, rarely taking evasive action. I was hoping some of them would slam on the brakes and slide behind me with guns blazing, but it never happened. They've obviously never driven in LA. It seems a safe bet to say that any CD-based game is going to come complete with many megabytes of animated cutscenes to amaze and astound the buyer. In this area, MegaRace delivers mightily and exceeds most of the other games out there. Although only in 320x200 mode, the cutscenes are spectacular. Your viewpoint floats along and shifts with extremely fluid animation. The jaded producers of this game must have locked a demented artist in a room with a copy of 3D Studio and said, "We're not letting you out until you really impress us." Don't expect an involved simulation from MegaRace or even a highly detailed arcade game. It's a simple game that's easy to learn and takes up almost no hard drive space. It's good, light entertainment that never pretends to be anything else. Think of it as a candy bar for your CD drive. If you found IndyCar Racing's 100-plus page manual to be extreme overkill, give MegaRace a try. It's the only racing game I know of where you can blow someone up on an underwater corkscrew.